Love. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Hey y'all, it's the Queen 7 coming up here to holler at y'all about what's real. Y'all already know I'm coming to holler at you for nothing. I had already started my live, but it was acting up because the enemy don't want me to tell what I'm about to tell. So I had to start it over, but it's okay. We're here. All right, y'all. Sorry. My connection apparently is tripping. And it been tripping all day until I get ready to deliver this message. So I already know what it is because usually when you're trying to when you're trying to blow the whistle on some things, of course, no coincidence, the connection is glitchy. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get to the point because I got shit to do. It's 11:11, so I know this message is meant to be told. Heaven gates is open, baby. Listen, y'all, it's going down. Okay? It's going down. Listen, y'all, we just had Easter, right? We was talking about Jesus has risen, right? All of that jazz, right? Well, it's happening, okay? We in the Genesis, y'all. We are actually in the Genesis, in the beginning, right? It's like the Bible, in the Bible, in the beginning, right? Well, we are in the Genesis, right? In the beginning, right? Y'all know the beginning of the story. I ain't got to go down the line. If you don't, that's on you. Excuse me. At the end of the day, it was a beautiful thing, right? When you read the story, talk about Jesus, being born and, the beginning of the earth, beginning of time, Adam and Eve and them and all of that jazz, right? They talked about how nice and beautiful and sweet and pleasant and serene things was at that time, right? But then here come the history, okay? The history hit, all right? So yeah, they of course the Bible had to make it like the women was the problem why everything went wrong. All right. Moral of the story, let's get down to nitty gritty. All right. We went through slavery. Okay. Slavery traumatized the shit out of us. Slavery gave us PTSD. Okay. Slavery gave us bad anxiety. All right. Slavery took us down through there. Mm-hmm. Seven, why we talking about slavery? Because we in the beginning. So just like the beginning was good, so parts of the beginning was bad. Yes. And I'm not doing my video to instill fear in you. I promise. My video is to create peace and serenity. Because right now we are all living in a world that is full of fear, and they are sending out a whole bunch of fear tactics and fear-mongering energies to keep us up in an uproar to where we can never actually just be at peace and comfortable and knowing that we safe, right? We don't know if we're going to wake up tomorrow and the world going to still be the world. We don't know if we're going to wake up tomorrow and we're going to have food in the stores. We don't know if we're going to wake up tomorrow and slavery going to be here again. We just don't know. And I'm talking to my people directly right now because I know a lot of y'all wondering, are we going back into slavery? Are they going to put us back on the plantation? Are they going to beat us and do all of that stuff again? I don't know. They might. Okay. Too soon. Anyway, I know there's nothing to joke about. I'm sorry. Y'all know I got a little dark sense of humor now. But at the end of the day, I just got through watching some lives on Facebook about Mississippi. And Mississippi been Mississippi. And apparently Mississippi's court system is getting exposed right now for a lot of corruption. Okay? Apparently the judicial system ain't doing what the judicial system was supposed to do. Okay? And let's be real. It ain't just Mississippi. Mississippi just happened to be made an example right now. But it ain't just Mississippi, y'all. I just seen a light go off. And I don't know where it went off it. It ain't just Mississippi. Mississippi just being used as an example right now. Okay? Mississippi being exposed for being corrupt. The system is corrupt all the way through. Evidence is disappearing out of the court systems. Corrupt police force. Black corrupt police officers at that. Black court people, I don't know the proper terms for these people in their seats, but at the end of the day, the higher ups, your own people. See, Noble Drew Ali said your own people. It would be your own people. It would be your own people. And so right now, unfortunately, we're not dealing with the whites. I ain't gonna say that the whites ain't trying, some of the whites ain't trying to take your ass back in time. I ain't saying that. All of them ain't. But right now, your biggest threat mostly is your own people, black folk. Sorry, but not sorry. We have been so brainwashed and conditioned to the point now that they don't have to destroy us. They have already created some robots within us and our own bloodline to destroy us. Yes. So unfortunately, you got a lot of Uncle Ruckuses and Auntie Ruckuses amongst you right now, calling you brother and sister. And they don't even like your ass. I'm going to be honest. They would send your ass back into slavery immediately. Just to say they ass. Sorry, but not sorry. I'm going to go ahead and say everything that everybody's been scared to say. And hell, I'm scared to say it, but somebody's got to say it. So I was watching the lady from Mississippi. She right connection acting up, y'all. So if I pause, that's why. But anyway, stay focused. But she works in the judicial system, I guess down in Mississippi somewhere, but she actually represents us in the White House. And apparently in the White House, there are only 2 seats for black people. 2. Okay, I'm back. Apparently in the White House or whatever, I'm not sure. Out of all the seats that they have in this room, you mean to tell me ain't but 2 seats filled with black people to represent all the black people in the world? And the rest of the seats in the White House is just white. Okay? And anybody that's white, that's friends with me on Facebook, sorry if you get offended about anything that I'm saying. It's not really about a white or a black thing, what I'm finna say. And if you take the meat and leave the rapper, then we could be okay. But if you one of those people who just looking at the rapper and you, oh, she's on that racist shit and you getting irritated, then you're not who I'm talking to. Exit stage left. Well, maybe you is, because I do got something for you, so you might need to stay. But anyway, so you're telling me out of all those seats in the White House, only 2 are for black folk. 2 black people in there representing all the black people in the world. Is what you telling me. Okay. So first of all, that is a red flag. That clearly says we don't have a fair chance at the fuck all. We never had a fair chance. Okay. Second, okay, they always talking about voting. Everybody is always fussing about voting. Black people don't vote. Black people don't vote. You want to know why we don't vote? Because it doesn't fucking matter. We have been counted out from day one. It don't matter how many times we vote. It don't matter how many people, how many angels and ancestors we dig up to come and vote. They still gonna cheat. They've been cheating for years. People cheating votes all the time. What make you think that people in the White House don't do it? How do you think their people keep getting chose? How do you think their people keep staying rich? How do you think that the wealth staying in their families, in their bloodlines? You think that we've been treated fairly? You think that us going in there to vote matters? I'm not saying that voting doesn't matter. And I'm not shortchanging the fact that Martin Luther King, them and everybody else and Malcolm X and them and all them marched for us to vote. I would never take that from my people. But at the time when they marched, voting mattered. See, we in 2026 now. Let's be real. Ain't shit fair. I'm going to be honest. Ain't nothing in the political office fair to black people. It never have been. Ever since the land was taken from our black asses, ever since we were manipulated, we've been manipulated in the judicial system. Our fucking constitutional rights have been stripped from us. We don't even have constitutional rights. And if we did, we don't even freaking know them because we were so dumbed down and brainwashed and beaten so that we could not know anything to the point that we didn't even know our constitutional rights. So when they were put in our face, we didn't even know them. Now they ain't even valid for real, because let's be real, the people that's supposed to enforce the constitutional rights are the very people that are going against it. I'm going to say it again. The very people who are supposed to enforce your constitutional rights fairly and help liberate us all are the very ones that are using it to oppress you. Yes. The very ones. Everybody sitting here worried about Trump. Everybody sitting here worried about all these presidents and all of this jazz. Okay? Y'all worried about all these folk. But my thing is this. Just like y'all talk about the police officers, and y'all say that the police officers work for us. Well, what about these political people too? Don't they work for us too? When the fuck did we start working for them? When did we start having to take, you feel what I'm saying? Like my thing is, we have forgotten our power as a people. And it ain't got nothing to do with whites or blacks. It's us as a race, as humans. And number one, black people have been declassified as human beings. We are considered as 3/4 of a human being. We ain't even considered to be humans, which is why they treat you like a subject when they pull you over, which is why they beat you down. They don't give a damn because you are a celebrity. They don't care because you're rich and you got a lot of money. They don't care because you're on TV. It's the fact that you have been classified as 3/4 of a human being. Yes. When you claim that you are black, African American, which is not even a fucking race, it's a joke. You have agreed to be 3/4 of a human being. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Black people, you have suffered the hardest because, let's be real, you are the most humanist on the planet. Which is why you suffer the hardest. And people are afraid to tell you that. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know your power. Because they're afraid that you are going to take them down like they tried to take you. They're afraid that you're going to put them in slavery like they put you. They're afraid that you're going to oppress them like they oppressed you. They're afraid that you're going to make them strange fruit like they made you and your ancestors. But see, the difference with us is we ain't like that. Not all of us anyway. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to this political shit, I'm sick and tired of it. Y'all put too much energy into these demons because that's what it is. You dealing with a house full of demons, calling them presidents and counselors and governors and all of that shit. You have put them in position to control your life, and you wonder why you starving. You wonder why you are oppressed. Wonder why we in recession. Wonder why we broke. Wonder why we are down bad. And ain't now one of them down bad, is it? But voting matters. Baby, we can vote as much as we want. We have voted. Black people done went out. We done drudged up many folks that ain't never voted and got them to vote. I know for a fact in the last 4-5 years, folks that ain't never voted. And it still didn't matter. We still got outruled. We still got outdone because it's never been a fair game. It's never been for us. It's never been about unity. This is not a country. It is a fucking corporation that we call a country. And let's be real, Tuscaloosa, Alabama alone, the state of Alabama, not just Tuscaloosa, but Alabama itself is the heart of it all. It is the heart of it all, whether we believe it or not. Look at the name of some of your streets like Jerusalem. You feel what I'm saying? You think Jerusalem will be over there in Egypt somewhere. Where's Egypt? Is Egypt over there or is it over here? At this point, we don't know because they have taken so much of your story. We ain't even call it his story anymore because it's not his story. It's all of our story. And what they did was they took our story and they flipped and flopped and they crissed and crossed and they mixed up a bunch of shit. And they told you anything and told you whatever. And you believed it because you was illiterate. You were dumbed down so you didn't know any better. So you took what they gave you. And they knew you did. And they made fun of you and they mocked you for it. They did it for years and centuries and decades. And they're still doing it. Yeah. So At the end of the day, when it comes down to my people voting and marching, I'm not saying that we shouldn't do it. I'm not against it. But I'm simply saying this. Marching was something that worked years ago back then in that time frame. We're in a whole totally different time frame now. You march your ass out there now, and they just might shoot a missile at you. You just never know what they might try to do. You go out there and try to march. And honestly, let's be real. What does marching save? What does it stop? What does it fix? It does not fix anything. It didn't fix anything back then. It was a stand. Okay? Moral of the story, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and all of those people, they took those marches, yes, because that was their way of taking a stand saying, hey, we're not going to bar down. We are not going to just take what you're saying and just go with it, right? That was their way of taking a stand. We're way in 2026 now. We can take a stand in a whole totally different way now. We don't have to go out there and march anymore. We don't have to go to their court systems and try to sit at their fucking tables. Why are we trying to sit at their stinking ass tables anyway that we built? That's my thing. Why can't we go and rebuild our own tables? Oh, because last time we tried to rebuild our own tables, they destroyed them. Last time we tried to build our own towns and rebuild our own businesses, they destroyed them. They buried them. They flooded them. And so now this is why our people, our black people now are afraid. Some of them, because most of us ain't, but some of them are afraid to stand up and speak up on this political shit. I don't like to talk about it. Nobody does. Let's be real, because we all know it's some bullshit. That's why they make it a problem to talk about politics and religion at your jobs and workplaces and stuff like that. Because let's be real, it's all bullshit. It's all designed to keep you divided and conquered and up in the air and in your mind and full of anxiety and stress and worry and don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. But see, when you live with God, when you live in the spirit, when you tap into your higher self, when you connect within, fear can't seep in. I'm going to say that again. When you reconnect with God, the God within yourself, the God or goddesses within yourself, your higher self, your intuition, your third eye, your inner voice, that voice that a lot of y'all scared to listen to that you think is demons. Some of them are demons. Stay focused. But at the end of the day, when you are grounded within your spirit and you are connected to God, and you connected to the higher consciousness within yourself, which is the Jesus in you. Stop looking for that white man. Sorry to the white folks, okay? Y'all Jesus is white. Our Jesus is black, okay? Anyway, see, back in the day, Martin Luther King them couldn't have said that and got away with it. It would have been offensive. And they would have thought that shit was funny either. Sorry, but I think it's funny. At the end of the day, Jesus is nothing but simply Christ consciousness. Jesus is not a person. It is once it's embodied inside of a person. Then it becomes a person. So yes, your Jesus can be black. Your Jesus can be white. Your Jesus can be Mexican. Your Jesus can be Hispanic. Your Jesus can be whatever color you are when you tap into your Christ consciousness within. So right now, what we are dealing with is a global conscious awakening. I'm going to say that again. We are dealing with a global conscious awakening. Everybody finally waking up. We are waking up from the slumber, the hypnosis that we were placed under. I'm going to keep saying that. There is no coincidence that my people, all of our people, were as dumbed down as they were in these last, I don't know how many years. I almost say, I mean, let's be real, we've been dumbed down well before now, but I almost say like the hypnosis lasted us about a good, I mean, I know it lasted us a long time, but I mean, when I really started noticing that the people were under a hypnosis was like probably about a good 10 to 15 years ago. I started noticing that people were moving differently. I started noticing that everything started tasting differently. I started noticing the Mandela effect, how they were changing things in front of our eyes, and we were trying to see if Did that change or has it always been like that? Right? Ooh, confirmation. Listen. So moral of the story is they've been playing and tweaking things in your face. They've been changing things subtly in your face to see if you're going to notice. And if you don't notice, then we can keep getting away with these subtle manipulations that we've been doing over you all these years. So we've been being manipulated through the TVs. We've been talking about the music for a long time. When they started doing all these rituals, they've been doing rituals and spells work over the music industry. But it got really, really serious. Like, not too long ago. And to me, it ain't really been over 20 years ago when it really just got real demonic. Like, it was already demonic, but it started getting real demonic when we started getting up in age. You know what I'm saying? And see, I'm an 80s baby. So I watched the music industry go from what seemed to be healthy, even though it was already corrupt back then, but it wasn't as bad as it has gotten now. And so now people are sacrificing family members and people are worshiping, y'all are worshiping these people like idols. They literally got y'all on the fucking witchcraft, Beyonce and her internet, all of these people. Yes. Everybody's scared to talk about her ass. I don't give a fuck. She is one of the biggest demons that's running your world right now. And no coincidence that when Michael disappeared and died, what a coincidence, she took over. Did y'all notice that? Because Mike was like the biggest pop, like the biggest star of the world. Like, everybody was crazy about Mike. Everybody wanted to be close to Mike. Mike this, Mike that. Mike was the biggest. And then when Mike died, Beyonce popped up. Now all of a sudden, she the biggest thing popping. Y'all ain't noticed that? Y'all ain't noticed that? Okay, stay focused. At the end of the day, she ain't my God, so she can't control me. I don't worship her. She's not on a pedestal in my world. So at the end of the day, her music was okay back in the day. I liked it back then, but now not so much, because I know now what a lot of these celebrities are doing to get you hooked on their music. They're not gaining your love for their music naturally or organically. They're forcing you to listen to this shit through spells, through certain hurts that they are using. The political party is no different. The media is no different. They are using television to tell lies to your vision. I could post anything on this TV or this social media site and your dumb ass will believe it because it's on the TV or it's on the social media, so you think it's real. So this is how they've gotten you under hypnosis. They literally hypnotized you because you believed everything you saw with these deceiving eyes. But see, if you had been tapped in, if you had been woke, like y'all tried to say y'all was, woke mean conscious. It had nothing to do with black. It was about being conscious. Okay? Being present. So now you'd have been manipulated, you'd have been brainwashed, you'd have been fooled to the point of no return. They done flipped your world upside down. They done turned your food into plastic before your eyes. They done made bad good. They done turned darkness and told you it was light and took light and turned it into darkness. They done made you feel like it's okay to swap genders. They done made you feel like it's okay to alter your body, change what God created, what you were born to be. Yeah, they have basically made you believe everything wrong was right. Now you got to undo it. And so y'all thought I was crazy. A lot of y'all thought I was crazy 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago when I started talking about all this so-called what y'all call them conspiracy theories. It's crazy how years ago I was judged for speaking on some things that God had given me to tell y'all ahead of time to get y'all prepared for these times that we're living in now. But y'all niggas crucified me and called me crazy. Oh, she crazy. Oh, she tripping. Da, 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 da. And now, what a coincidence. We're living in a conspiracy theory. Every time you turn around. I just posted a video with Trump sitting in the White House, talking to some kids, telling them that they was 2 weeks from being dead, killed by Iraq. When did that type of shit become okay? And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. We voted this type of clown in the seat. Everybody wanted to judge Kamala and all of these other people. Let's be real. I don't give a damn about none of the political party. I don't know those people. They don't know me. And clearly they don't give a damn about me or us. So this is why I'm speaking out. And in the people, the few people that's in the seats, sorry if you're afraid that your seats are going to be threatened. Sorry if you're worried that black people won't have representation. My thing is this. One thing about it, and two things for sure. If you're doing right by your position, it will not be jeopardized. If you are doing right by your position, it will never be up for questioning. It will never be put up to be taken. God wouldn't even allow it. So if you are in those seats in the White House supposedly representing us as a people, ask yourself, were you there with good intentions or were you there with selfish intentions, worried about just yourself so you can make sure you good, you and your family, you and your bloodline, you and y'all got what is it, generational wealth? Did you make sure the rest of us had it? Oh, okay. Let's talk about it. So a lot of these people are in these seats and they scared shitless because their seats are up for grabs. And your seat would not be up for grabs if you were doing right by that seat. At the end of the day, the Most High God ain't gonna let nobody take nothing from you that's for you. So a lot of y'all black folk that are in these so-called representation seats, supposedly representing us as a people, you have not been representing your people. You have been misrepresenting your people. And Mississippi is a prime example of it because Mississippi is predominantly black. And to get to see these videos, and this black man is down here speaking up about how these people are robbing these people of their houses, that they are being inherited. They are inheriting houses from their families. And these people are literally robbing them of their houses, the city, the court system. Manipulating these people out of their houses, making them move, taking their deeds and shit, and then turning around and re-renting and selling their houses to the same people, to other people in the city. And expecting people to just take it and not come for your head. So, and these are our own people. Moral of the story is these are our own people doing this. So at the end of the day, a lot of the black folk that's in these seats and they scared that their seats are finna be taken, sorry, your ass wasn't there for us no way. Because if you was, we wouldn't be in this predicament that we're in now. And if you get offended by what I'm saying, then you are the hit dog that needs to be hollering. Sorry. And if you are not a part of the problem, then you shouldn't have no reason to get offended about what I'm saying. I'm not saying that everybody in there representing black people are corrupt, but majority of you are, which is why you are being uprooted. I prayed for a lot of y'all to be uprooted. Sorry, but not sorry. And that leads me to my next subject. Well, 7, if we don't need to march, if we don't need to go and protest, if we don't need to go and shut down these folks, then what do we need to do? You need to pray. I'm going to say it again for the people who don't believe. You need to pray. That is your most powerful weapon that you have in this day and age, is your prayer. Yep. Well, 7, I don't know how to pray. I'm going to need for your ass to learn. Just like you know how to get up and talk shit. Just like you know how to get up and keep up mess. Just like you know how to go and get on the phone and fill out an application and do all of that extra. Go to the club and go to standing in line for Jordans and go and argue with the teacher because she ain't telling you what you want to hear and all of that. You can get your ass up and you can pray. You can open your mouth and ask God to, hey, I need you to come help my people. I need you to come and save us, God. I need you to come step in. What? Okay? And if you don't believe, I'm gonna need you to start today. Because that's your only way. Your voting ain't gonna get it. You sitting down wishing and hoping ain't gonna get it. You getting up fighting fisted ain't gonna get it. No. Because guess what? We lost a lot of people like that back in the day. When they went marching, when they went in protest, did y'all not see in the history books, in the school books that they took out of the school? Most of your people getting killed, hung, set on fire, cut up, buried alive. That's what marching got you. But see, nobody thought, and everybody said, well, don't pray, because praying, being nice ain't gonna save you. It ain't gonna get you nowhere. You damn right it ain't gonna get you nowhere if you a non-believer. So you know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the people who actually believe in their power of prayer. actually know that their voice has power. Their tongue has power. Just like this, just like that, just like I can turn that key right there and turn that light back on. You could turn that light back on in yourself. Turn that lantern back on. You have allowed these demons to rob you of your spirit. And I'm glad I said that because it takes me to, I was just watching a video when the lady was talking about how they taking away Spirit Airline. And it's not just about an airline being taken away. It's the fact that they're trying to take your spirit away. Everything, this shit is spiritual. Y'all think this is a physical battle. This is a spiritual war that we're dealing with. And I'm going to keep saying that until y'all wake up and start realizing you can't conquer nothing demonic physically. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. You cannot conquer anything demonic physically. You have to conquer it spiritually. And a lot of y'all do not have a spiritual connection with yourselves or the higher power. You do not even believe that there is a higher power. And that is exactly why we failed in the past, because you didn't believe. The power of your belief system. All we need is the faith of a mustard seed, and a mustard seed is small as a damn sesame seed if you don't know, if it ain't small. So it don't take much to believe in your prayers. Just like a mother can pray for her daughter and her sons when they leave the house and make sure they're safe and they come back home safe, you can do the same thing for your country. You can do the same thing for your people and your race. Dear white people, a lot of y'all, I'm sorry, and I got to say it. A lot of y'all are not responsible for what your passed on loved ones did. Y'all 2026 ones, okay? A lot of y'all, fortunately, are not responsible for what your ancestors did to our people in the past. And a lot of y'all are trying to wipe the slate clean. A lot of y'all are trying to clear it and reset and like black people and, unite with us and connect with us and bring, sit at the table with us. A lot of y'all are trying. Some of y'all didn't even mix and mingle and had babies with us. Right? But a lot of y'all people above y'all, before y'all, were the problem, unfortunately. And a lot of y'all who came from those people, unfortunately, feel like you ain't got nothing to do with what they did. Right? Let me give you an example. This just like black families. Okay, I'm just use my family for an example. Okay. Well, before I was born, there were people in my family doing ungodly things like witchcraft, darkness. I mean, real witchcraft in the sticks in the woods. Okay. And they messed around and cursed the bloodline. So that's why I grew up under a bunch of rapists, molesters, just dark, nasty energy, right? Because that's what comes with being cursed, is curses. So moral of the story is my bloodline was cursed well before I was even thought of. Who cursed it? I don't know. But somebody in the family did, if not multiple people in the family did. There were several people in the family born. Okay? Hold on now. There were several people in the family born to break the curse we call black sheeps. But unfortunately, some of the people, the black sheeps in my family, in my bloodlines, did not stand up for their assignment. They did not break the curses. Instead, they actually hushed up, tucked their tail, went and shrunk, hid, took off their spiritual mask, and pretended to play possum and act like they didn't know what was going on. So then people like myself was born in a corrupt bloodline. So that's why I was getting preyed on by my granddads and my uncles and my cousins, and all that incest and rape and molestation and abuse and mistreatment and all of that drama and jazz, right, was accumulated in his family, in his bloodline. So then my little big eye ass was born. Nigga ready to go in the house, y'all, because what I'm not gonna do is let this mess with my connection. But at the end of the day, my little big eye ass was born. So by me being born, okay, in the middle of this cursed bloodline, my life is a living hell. Hold on, y'all. Let me get in the house because the devil don't want me to say what I'm about to say, but I'm finna say what I got to say. Do you understand me? Stay focused, y'all. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let me get on. Damn. He ain't gave a damn. Hold the phone. Get in here, get to my get on my Wi-Fi, get to my. All right. I'll get to my phone holder. All right, y'all. She done made it in the house. Oh, let me light a candle. Hold on. Somebody need to light a candle out there for me. Cause baby, matter of fact, I challenge anybody who watching this live, whether you let me know you on here or not. And thank y'all for the 2 that's watching. Hey Shonda. Hey Jazz. Hey Snazzy. Hey y'all. But yeah, for those that are secretly watching me, y'all light a candle too. Stay focused. But Shonda, Jazz, light a candle for me, please. Not just for me, but light a candle for the world. Because this right here, let's be real, they've been trying to put our light out for a long time. They've been trying to put our lantern out for a long damn time. Okay? So at the end of the day, what I was saying, moral of the story is my little big eye ass was born, right? In the middle of a cursed bloodline. Now, mind you, just because they cursed the bloodline, that ain't had nothing to do with me. I didn't do that, right? But I had to still suffer because it was on the bloodline. Am I making sense? Are you following what I'm putting? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? So what the people before me did, I had to turn around and deal with it. Okay? Okay, hold on, y'all, because let me know. Hold on, my connection a little slow right here. Hold on. Hold on. Hold up. Do it right here. Okay, that's better. Much better. Hey, y'all. Okay, y'all. All right, much better. I'm trying to get somewhere where my connection is not off because I don't want my connection is trying to knock off what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, moral of the story is a lot of us was born in cursed bloodlines. Okay? Sorry, but not sorry. Black folk, a lot of y'all were born in cursed bloodlines, unfortunately. And because you were born in a cursed bloodline, you grew up living in a cursed bloodline. And so at the end of the day, people like myself had to come along in my bloodline and break the curses. I had to break the curse of abandonment. I had to break the curse of division between mothers and daughters. I had to break the curse between rapes and molestation. I had to break the curse between being mistreated and abused and, neglected and not seen or heard or whatever. I had to break a lot of curses. Okay? That's why I am the way I am. All right? So at the end of the day, my family didn't go out their way to break no damn curses. They went out their way to actually act like the curses didn't exist. And guess who still had to live with it and suffer with it every day? Me. And not just me, so was my siblings and whoever else was born in it. And see, they so comfortable in it, they don't even give a damn about being in it. They don't even know they in it. But somebody had to put my little big eye ass in the middle and say, hey, boom, I'm going to put you right here. And I'm going to let you see the injustices. I'm going to let you see what stuff is going wrong in, right? So I literally was forced to see a lot of things as a young child that a child was not supposed to witness. But God allowed me to see those things so that I can get up and blow the whistle on me. Hey, that ain't right. Why is you letting granddaddy touch me? Why is you letting uncle such and such molest me? Why is you letting cousin such and such mistreat me? Why is you da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? And see, I started blowing the whistle on those curses. And because I started doing that, now my own family She's crazy. She's a witch. She's wicked. Bitch, I'm trying to break the shit that y'all caused. You feel me? So that's why you see me by myself. That's why you see me not fucking with majority of my family anymore. Because that's why. A lot of them are comfortable under the sleep hypnosis that they've been placed under, the curses that they put themselves under, and they still putting themselves under. I'm not comfortable with the shit. Okay? Let's go back to the white folk. Dear white folk, your ancestors before you cursed your bloodline, unfortunately. When they hung our people, when they crucified our people, when they oppressed our people, when they manipulated our people, when they buried our people alive, when they destroyed our people's businesses, when they raped our people's children, when they did all of the dark things, the ugly, ungodly things that black people just can't seem to get over. Those things right there I'm talking to you about, dear white people. And I'm talking to the white people who think that they have nothing to do with it. Them the ones I'm talking to. I ain't talking to the white folks who are trying to make a difference. The white folks who actually stepping up and speaking up for the people. Not just whites or blacks. I mean for the people in general. Right? The white people who are taking accountability. I'm not talking to those. I'm talking to the ones who think that this ain't got shit to do with them. You are the one I'm calling to the front. Because you think it has nothing to do with you, what happened to us back in the day, because you wasn't born back then. Yeah, your grandmama might have been a slave owner. Your grandmama might have owned plenty of slaves and beat half of them and killed half of them too. And you probably say that ain't got nothing to do with you. Unfortunately, boo, yes it do. When your bloodline decided to come and curse our bloodline, what they did was in turn curse their bloodline. So a lot of you all who think that you are untouchable because your family did it and it has nothing to do with you and you got a black baby, your bloodline is still cursed until you uncurse it. The same way with mine. My bloodline was cursed until I began to break the curse by stepping away and doing something different. By stepping away and being a better mother than mine was. By stepping away and being present within myself. By stepping away and falling in love with myself and not being desperate to be in a relationship or for love. Or not being money hungry. By stepping away and building a real bond with God. Really getting to know thyself. That's how you break the curse. Taking accountability for where your bloodline might have went wrong, even though you didn't do it. I didn't rape nobody. I didn't molest nobody. I didn't mistreat nobody. I didn't abandon nobody. I didn't beat nobody. I didn't disrespect nobody. I didn't deceive nobody. I wasn't jealous of nobody. I wasn't envious of nobody. I wasn't a narcissist to nobody. So why the fuck did I have to inherit it? Because my bloodline before me, the people before me, cursed us. So unfortunately, I inherited that low vibrational energy. So a lot of times people think inheritance has got something to do with money. No, baby. You can inherit a curse. You can inherit poverty. You can inherit evil. You can inherit low vibrational shit. Stop thinking inheritances are always money and houses and cars, because it ain't. Unfortunately, my family didn't have shit, and they still ain't got shit. They broke as a joke. Ain't got no land. We don't own a house. So if anybody died today, we just shit up shit creek. We don't even have a will. We don't even have life insurance. Can't even afford it. But y'all want to talk about voting. Let's be real. The votes have been against us for years. And then let's be real, talk to a person like myself. I'm a good citizen. I'm a good Samaritan. I don't get tickets and get pulled over and go to jail and do all that stupid shit. So for some apparent reason, because I try to keep my slate clean, I always get jury duty when I go and vote. I don't want to sit on y'all corrupt jury. Honestly, that's the number one reason why I got to the point where I done stopped voting, because I got tired of them putting me on their jury to be biased with them. I'm not going to get up there and be biased with y'all. Oh, can you get up here? And you won't get up here and ask me, can I not be biased? And the whole time your court system is biased against black people. The entire fucking system is. So when are we going to get that? When are we going to start realizing that black people have never had a chance in the court system? It don't matter. If you can't even go to court for a simple ticket and get a break, what makes you think they're going to give you a break in the damn voting area? What make you think they give a damn about that, your constitutional rights? If they won't even give your ass a right when it comes to the court system just on a simple traffic stop. I done been to plenty of court systems. Just with other people, just visit with them. I'm taking them to court. And I'm sitting in the courtroom and I always notice how it's majority of black people on this side and on the other side of the gate is majority of white people. And that's in just about every courthouse in Alabama alone. I can't speak for other court systems in other states because I ain't there. But I know for a fact I have been to several courthouses in Alabama alone. And majority of them are controlled by the others. And we are always the problem. So I say again to the black people that are in these seats, higher ups, let's be real. Have we ever really had a fair chance? Have the votes ever really been fair? No, they have not. So let's stop making it like black people ain't getting nowhere because of a fucking vote, because that's a lie. And I'm sick of watching my people be lied to about a vote. These people go in there and they trip your votes all the time. You think they machines don't miscount? You think they don't go in there and steal votes out the boxes? They did it back then. What make you think they won't do it now? What make you think that we could trust these people or that these people are even honest individuals if they ain't even goddamn taking care of your country on a regular day? What make you think they care about a vote? What make you think they care about you marching? They don't care about your black ass out there breaking your legs. Them your legs, not theirs. They got drones and airplanes and shit. They flying around. They got so much power. They done robbed you of all your power that they can shut off the airwaves, baby. Y'all so caught up on the small shit. Martin Luther King already did the vote shit. Malcolm X and them already did the marching shit. It's up to us 2026 folks to do something different. We got something they didn't have. We got the internet. March on that. Since y'all like to get up and get on here and post stupid shit, post something that's going to actually help your country. Go and study your rights for real and really imply them and embody them. But white people, stop thinking just because your ancestors did it before you, that ain't got nothing to do with you. And if you ain't did nothing in your bloodline to right that wrong, then baby, sorry but not sorry. You are still cursed. And so are your children, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on until you break it. Unfortunately. So whatever your family missed, say for example, if there was a target coming for your family's head because of a curse, and it might have missed that generation, but it's coming for your generation. So at the end of the day, dear white folk, and I love some of y'all. I love all of you. You know, all of you don't deserve it, but I still love you. At the end of the day, I don't care because you got 3 kids by a black man. That shit don't mean nothing. If your bloodline is cursed, and if it was set for your bloodline to die off, your children going with it. Sorry. And I'm not speaking death upon anybody. I'm just telling you what happens when you curse other folk. So at the end of the day, we have already been cursed. We've already lost a lot of our people. We're trying to reset and regenerate that now. And that's why y'all going out of y'all way to the ones who still with the shit. I ain't talking to the ones who not with that. I'm talking to the people who secretly behind closed doors, who are still holding those Klan meetings, who are still plotting and planning up against us black folks and thinking that they're going to get away with it this day and age. I'm just letting you know. You're not going to be able to do that same thing that y'all did back in the day and got away with it. This ain't Rosewood. I know y'all trying to bring Rosewood back because, see, I was up in Northport not too long ago, and I don't know if y'all noticed, Tuscalooseans, but they built a whole new neighborhood up in Northport called Rosewood. And if y'all remember the movie Rosewood, go back and watch it. These people are subliminally throwing you messages that they trying to slick take you back to slavery in 2026. But bitch, I ain't going voluntarily. You gonna have to take me out. Sorry. You gonna have to kill my little black ass. I'm willing to die for the cause. And I'm not trying to start no damn riots. But I'm just simply saying my people have been peaceful for years and I come in peace. But I ain't finna sit back and let my people keep being brainwashed and manipulated all because they lack the knowledge. Black people stop sitting back being fearful of fucking slavery. Cause let's be real, it ain't even enough for them for real to put you in slavery. It's more you than it is them. Just like your ass around here scared of a cockroach. The cockroach is smaller than you. And you out here running from it. It's the same thing right now. You running from some shit that's smaller than you. That you keep making bigger than you. You keep giving more power over you. Stop putting man above you. I don't care how many guns they got. I don't care how many jail cells they build. I don't care how many people they put in the court systems. I don't care how many presidents they elect. When you get through with it, ain't no person on this planet more mightier than the Most High God. Ain't nobody. They might can mock and act like and try to pretend that they are God. And the Bible says there are many gods, but there's only one Most High. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm telling y'all. That's your march. March to that prayer. March to that spiritual bath. Go cleanse yourself. March to that detox. Because see, when you cleanse yourself in the inside, that's when you can begin to actually see some shit moving in your life. Because see, your temple is so full of toxins. Your temple is full of plastic foods and metals and all kind of unclean things. It was set up that way to bring you down, to weigh you down so that you can't elevate. You can't, what's the word? What I'm looking for, spirit. You can't prosper. When you eat heavy, you are heavy. And you dim your light. Your food is your gas. It is your source of power. It is your fuel. So if you are fueling yourself with a bunch of garbage and you are weighing yourself down with a whole bunch of nastiness, then you are not who I'm talking to. You will not be able to get a prayer across the damn Red Sea if you tried. Sorry, but not sorry. I'm not saying you got to be perfect. I'm not saying that you got to be a nun or whatever. But what I'm simply saying is cleanse yourself. Reset your nervous system. Reset your body. Reset your mind. Reset your spirit. These people are not your gods. Stop making them your gods. They are humans just like you. And majority of them ain't even human no more. They fucking robots. You ain't got to believe me. Ask Elon Musk or whoever the musty guy is. The one who making all these robotic cars that's crashing into shit, that's spinning around in circles, that's malfunctioning. A lot of your human beings that you walking amongst next door to thinking that they human ain't even human. They literally robots, literal robots. And a lot of these people that you think are leaders are robots. Robots. They think because they're going to put their body or spirit in a machine that they can live forever. What cartoon that was back in the day where the head was in the water, but he just would never die? What was that? He was in a wheelchair. He was like a villain, but he was in a wheelchair and his head was like in a clear bowl with water. And he was a brain. He was a mean, evil brain. I forgot what cartoon this was. Somebody know what I'm talking about. But that's what we're dealing with. You're dealing with a bunch of brains in a bucket of water that refuse to die. And you around here voting it in, calling it a president. You around here voting it and calling it a celebrity. You around here praising it. Talking about you want to be just like it. And just don't know what you comparing yourself to. This is why you got to be careful in 2026. Y'all. Okay? So at the end of the day, it's time for us to uncurse the bloodlines. Okay? If you was placed in your family to speak up, stand out, do your job, or your bloodline will suffer tremendously. I'm going to be honest. Black folk, your kids ain't no safer than the white folk. If your mama did some witchcraft on Sister Odell over there, whoever Odell is, and no offense to Sister Odell if it's one watching me, but if your mama did witchcraft on Sister Odell because she was mad because Sister Odell slept with her man years ago, unfortunately, your mama cursed your bloodline. That means your mama cursed, you cursed, your children cursed, and their kids gonna be cursed, and so on, and so on, and so on, until you break the curse. Yep. It ain't have shit to do with Adam and Eve. We cursed our own bloodline by either speaking ill will upon each other, stabbing each other in the back, deceiving each other for money, dividing and conquer the family, raping and molesting each other, mistreating each other, not taking care of the kids, not protecting the children, not being a decent human being. All of those are ways to curse your bloodline. Dear Black people. So if you walk around here thinking that your shit don't stink, it do. Sorry that I'm cussing a lot, but it is what it is. The message got to be out there. And sometimes I gotta add a little fire to it. But yeah, dear Black folks, we've been cursed for generations, for centuries, for decades. We've been cursed. And a lot of people like to say, oh, well, you was under a 400-year slumber. Yeah, we were under a 400-year slumber. And now that 400 years is up, we're waking up, but also so are the same demons that put us under. So at the end of the day, when you got the light, you got the dark too. So you got to know, because we at the beginning, you got to know that you got the angels coming, right? You got to know the devil's coming too. New levels bring new devils. So dear Black folks who starting their businesses up again. Y'all remember how we had Black Wall Street, right? Black Wall Street, they talked about how royal it was and how rich it was and how all the Black people was just, amazing. They had all these businesses and it was just magnificent. And then all of a sudden, it was flooded. Mysteriously, it got destroyed. We're in those times again where a cycle can be repeated if we don't make a different move. And so again, I'm going to say to you, dear Black people, don't come up in here with that let's start marching shit again. Because let's be real, it didn't get us nowhere back then. It ain't going to get us nowhere now. March in a different way. March in a form of a spiritual way. However way that is for you. Everybody's is spiritual in a different way. Okay? Everybody pray differently. But what I'm saying is, if I can ask each and everybody that's watching this live to light a candle and to put up a simple prayer for your country and asking God to remove all the corrupt individuals out of these seats and replace them with real human beings, the people that actually give a fuck about the country, right? You ain't even got to go no further than that. You could just simply say that and put a amen, slap an amen on it and mean what you say and believe in the power of your prayer and watch the universe move for you. Watch the Most High move for you. See, back then, y'all didn't believe that your prayer was that powerful. You were more fearful than anything. And that's why most of our people got conquered and killed and destroyed back then when they were trying to pray, because they were filled with fear. The prayer was null and void. Because if you filled with fear, what's the point of you praying? That means you don't believe. So that's why your prayers didn't work, dear Black people, back then. That's why people was, wanted to be, that's why the Black Panther Party, let's be real, the Black Panther Party was not originally an angry group of Black people. They were not. They were actually nice group of Black people that looked out for the community, fed the kids, whatever they needed to do. But then over time, they had to start standing up and started putting their foot down on certain people's ass. And then, of course, that's when they started trying to come for us, because now at this point, they're trying to make it like we being violent. But no, it's the fact that we got to have some representation too. And how is it that how is it that the white people can have all the representation, but black people can't have none? How is it that white people can have a lawyer, get a lawyer with no problem, but black people got to get a public defender, can't even afford that. And public defender supposed to be fucking free. And then when you get the public defender, you still get locked up, because guess what? It ain't no real lawyer. So it's set up all the way around for you, dear black people, to fail. Unfortunately. It's always been set up like that in this system. And y'all keep trying to sit at their table. Keep trying to be a part of their businesses. Keep trying to be a part of their courts. Keep trying to be a part of whatever they done made for themselves. You just want to force your way. You want to be accepted by these people so bad that you don't care about being rejected by your own people. You want to be accepted by some people that don't give a shit about you. They're still secretly having meetings till this day to destroy your people. And they got black grandchildren in their bloodline right now. You think they give a fuck? So why y'all out here afraid of slavery and afraid of going back into this and all that? The world is too mixed up right now. You got too many cultures blended with this. So if we go into slavery, so do they. The whole fucking world will be in slavery. Too many of your people done fucked us. I'm sorry. The black done spread it. And that's what a lot of the people from back in the day, the older ones that's still in the chairs, still alive, still pushing the brains in the water, in the cups that we talking about, them right there's the ones that are afraid of you. They're afraid of you because they know that they can't conquer you like that anymore. They might can try. Yeah, they might can oppress you when it comes to the political shit. They might can oppress you when it comes to these jobs and all this other stuff. But if you create your own jobs, they can't oppress you. They can't oppress your people. But then that's when they come and they destroy your people. Because then they don't want you working for yourself. They don't want you working with them. They don't want you living with them. They don't want you nowhere near their kids. They don't want you around them. But then when you go and try to build your own and you become better, then it becomes a problem. Now we got to come and destroy your land because we don't want you better than us. We don't want you, but we don't want you to do better than us either. That's where that mentality came from. And that's exactly why my people alone don't like to see our own people do shit. That's why my own people can't stand to see other black people do good. Because of that type of energy right there. That ain't our shit. We need to get that energy back to where it came from because that don't belong to us. Because black people, we like to see black people doing good. Black people ain't no violent people. We don't want to hurt nobody for real. Yeah, we might beat your ass a little bit. We might beat your ass a little bit. But we still gonna do it with love. One thing about it, black people don't want to harm you that bad. No, we don't. We've never been a violent race. We were trained to be violent. We were taught to be violent, and we were pushed to be violent. Anybody who is abused, mistreated, manipulated, all the bad things, right? Any human reflex is to protect themselves. That's natural. So at the end of the day, why is it that it's a problem that we protect ourselves when we are consistently being targeted? Oh, well, black people need to get over that. Black people need to just let that go. Can you let go your grandmother being hung by a tree? Can you let go of being locked up for no reason? Could you let go of your children being taken from you and separated from you? Could you let that go? Put yourself in our shoes. And if you can't, you're about to, because that's how the table finna turn. I just posted a video the other day saying that judgment is here. So, if you can't put yourself in our shoes, the universe is about to force you to. Because those who were at the top finna now feel what the bottom felt like. Those who've been at the bottom finna now feel what the top feel like. And if you don't believe me, look on the TVs, look on the social medias, and see how all your regular local people are being pushed up to the top as celebrities now. And where are your so-called celebs? Where are they? Majority of them have disappeared. Majority of them are broke. Majority of them, especially when Mr. Diddy when he got locked up, oh, half of their ass went in hid. Why? Because it's finna expose the corruption. Yeah. So all those conspiracy theories that y'all thought I was telling happen to be the truth. So yeah, who's crazy now? At the end of the day, I ain't gonna laugh at you, and I ain't gonna tell you I told you so. I told you fucking so. Yes, I did. I told y'all, I've been telling you for years that these folk been manipulative. I've been telling you for years that the food wasn't right. I've been telling you for years that the music was corrupted. I've been telling you for years that these folks been planning some shit. Oh no, but she crazy. She's a witch. Oh, she wear crystals. She's a tarot reader. Don't listen to her. And the whole time, you got the aliens that they warning y'all about is them. Them the aliens. The aliens that they warning us about to look for is in your White House. Come on now. These niggas crack up all the time. What they say, the Matrix is glitching. These people glitch all the time. But because y'all see it on social media, see, the thing is y'all will take a fake AI video and share that. It could be something that don't even make no sense. Y'all will share that all over the town. Be talking about how real it is. And it be fake as shit. But then let one of them damn politicians in that White House glitch. Let one of them green boogers fall out they nose. Them green alien boogers fall out they nose. And you sit there and say, oh, that's AI. No, it's not. That ass is an alien for real. You feel me? Man, go back and watch all them videos with fucking, what's his name? What's the last dude we just had? Biden? See, I don't even be remembering these presidents' names. That's how you know how relevant it is to me. Because I don't even like to keep up with their asses. But the Biden dude, he glitched every chance. He was glitching from the day he got voted in. He was glitching. Then you got Hillary. She was glitching during the whole damn... And then let's be real, Trump ain't never the same person. He's never the same person. Anytime you see him on TV, his hair either red or gray. It ain't never the same color. It's always different. These people are literally putting clones and robots in your face, and y'all think they real. They playing in your face. And y'all out here talking about a fucking vote? You being ran by robots. The world is literally... Y'all remember how on Lion King, when Scar had took over the pride? That's where we at. Scar is running the pride. And y'all out here talking about some vote. You think Scar gave a fuck about a vote? Please. You think Scar cared about a vote? Y'all better go back and watch Lion King. Okay? Listen to me. Y'all can think I'm a joke all you want. Y'all can keep thinking I'm crazy all you want. Y'all can keep being against me all you want. But get what Bae Good gonna do? Bae Good gonna be over here in her little corner, and she gonna be at peace, and she gonna be skipping and dancing and smiling and laughing and doing what she do. Yep, while the world is up in fire and in shambles. How is it that Seven is able to smile and laugh and dance in the middle of hell? Because she know a God that is way more powerful than any of these niggas who pretend to be a God. That's why. And when you get in my shoes and do the same shit, you'll be able to do it too. You wouldn't care what they take from you. They could take all your food and water today, and you will still be filled with the Spirit. See, that's the thing. They have robbed you of the light in your spirit. A lot of your lanterns have been put out, and they need to be relit. And that's why I'm doing this video, is to light the world's lanterns, because they are consistently putting them out purposely. And if we can keep you in the dark, keep you in fear, and keep your spirits low, then we can control and conquer you every chance we get. But if you keep dancing and singing and laughing and praising and being in high spirits and keep removing negative energies and negative people and negative thinking and negative things in your body, cleansing your body and just lifting yourself and rising from the dead just like Jesus did, it won't be shit they can do to you. But, hey, who am I? I digress. I don't know anything. I'm just a little lady who talking crazy on this side of the internet. She don't know what she's talking about. She just get on here and say all kind of crazy stuff. I had to get on here and I had to say it because it been needing to be said and I've been wanting to say it for years. Even when Obama got peaked in the chair. Everybody, every black person was so excited that we finally got a black man in the chair. I wasn't excited at all because I knew that it was all a part of their manipulative plan. It's to make us think that we won for once in our life. Out of all the years, out of all the white presidents that they done picked, they finally let your black ass get one. You finally won something. They had to make you feel like you got in there. Raise your spirits up just a little bit, just to snatch them back down and rob you of your energy. It's called psychology. Y'all, we have been manipulated. That voting shit don't matter. Black president, white president, green president, don't matter. They all come from behind the same damn wall and curtain. The votes are rigged. They have never been counted fairly. Because if they did, then let's be real. Half of you that's in the chair would not even made it if the votes were fairly done. But because they're never fairly done, we are always on the bottom end of the barrel. And we will forever be as long as we keep trying to fight this demonic force physically. I'm going to need for y'all to learn how to tap into your spirit to damn day. I don't care because you ain't prayed in 20 years. Your ass better start praying today. Because that's your only means of protection. I don't care how many guns you got, boo. I don't care how many missiles you got. I don't care how many damn monster trucks I don't care what type of weapons, army weapons you think you got that you gonna destroy the world with. I know a higher power that is so much more powerful that it can jam up any of that. But your prayer cannot be jammed up. And that's what they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know how powerful your prayer is. Your prayer is more powerful than a gun. I have stared a gun down the barrel and it couldn't touch me. All because of my prayer and my strength and my courage in knowing that my prayer is powerful. And on top of that, not radiating fear. Because when you radiate fear, they sniff it off of you. And that's anything. That's like a dog. If a dog sniff fear off of you, what it's going to do? It's going to chase you. It's going to interrogate you because it can sense the fear on you. And these people that are above you are no different. They can sense the fear on the country. They know everybody's scared. They know we all worried about what's going to happen tomorrow. They know we all scared if we're going to be able to pay our rent or pay our car notes or be able to put food on the table. They know we're afraid. They want us like that. They want us like that. And as long as they can keep you afraid, the less powerful you are. That's why I keep telling y'all, stop believing everything you see on these TVs. Stop watching them. Let's be real, because they only putting up all these commercials, talking about all these pills. Take Ozempic, and it'll help you lose weight. But the side effects means, you're going to die. You might lose a leg. You might have a heart attack. You might have a stroke, or your head might fall off. But just take it anyway. They are finding ways to rotten your brain every chance they get, even through the commercials. We can't even listen to the simple radio nowadays without listening to a commercial that is polluting your brain with poisonous energy. And all of those are tactics to wear your spirit down, to weaken you. So when they do come, you ain't nothing but nothing. They can just Push you out the way just like that. Black folk, it's time for us to learn how to fight differently. Men, black men, I'm going to say this one more time. Black men, most of y'all don't believe in God. Most of y'all don't even have a relationship with God. And black men, that's where you fucking up at. Most of y'all are entirely too logical. Let's be real. It ain't just black men. Men, period. Men, y'all are entirely too logical. Which is why we in the shit that we in nowadays anyway, because y'all don't have a spiritual bond. You don't believe it's real. And that's why the female is the female, because the female is the spirit. So women, get back into your spirit so that you can lead the man back to the spirit within himself, because he has gotten too logical. All he do is think. He don't use his heart now. His heart doesn't even exist. That's why he just fucking you and don't care nothing about you. That's why he out here cheating on you left and right. He don't care if you're married or not. That's why he leaving you with children he done pumped you up with. That's why he ain't helping you pay them bills. That's why he mooching off of you and using you, because he's heartless. How is he heartless? Because you are heartless. So women, find your hearts. Get back in your spirit. Get back in your prayer. Get back into your sacred spaces. Get back into your prayer closets. Get back into your belief systems. And some of you, if you got to get back in the church to do it, then damn it, get back in the church. But this is where we're going wrong. Get back in your spirits. Light your lanterns. Don't wait on nobody else to do it. Ain't no white Jesus coming to save your ass, Otis. You coming to save you. Get your black ass up out the bed, just like you get up and run in that club, and get your ass up and pray. Send them a prayer every day until you see a change. Pray until something changes. Don't just pray one time. What they say, push. Push until something happens. Stop saying prayer don't work. If you one of them people who don't think that prayer work, then bitch, you is the problem. You one of them. You one of them. You the ops, bruh. And you exactly who I'm not talking to, bruh. So at the end of the day, I ain't talking to the non-believers. If you believe, light a candle every day. Go get you one of these. It don't cost but $1. Get them in different colors. Get your green one for money. Whatever. Candles aren't wicked unless you make them wicked. Go get you a candle. Light you a candle every day. When you light that candle, you are lighting the light within your spirit. You are lighting that light within your heart and your mind. And you are also leaving the light on for your angels and your ancestors. Just like Motel 6 said, we leave the light on for you. Leave the light on for your ancestors. Since y'all want to do some shit. Woo! Y'all got me sweating up in here. Y'all listen. I wouldn't even plan on going live tonight. Okay? I wasn't even planning on speaking to y'all this week. I was going to stay in my little circle, do my little do. But for some apparent reason, people were like, And when I got on my Facebook and I seen that Mississippi is on fire. And y'all probably say, what Mississippi got to do with us? It got everything to do with us. Mississippi is damn near next door to Tuscaloosa. Okay? So if you think what go on in Mississippi don't affect you, T-Town, you're wrong. If you think it doesn't affect any other town that's around Mississippi, you're wrong. Majority of all of the prejudice things that we dealt with back in the day took place in Mississippi and Selma. Know your history. So everything that go on when they do stuff down in them sticks in them woods, you best to damn believe it's coming for your ass too. And just like they down there trying to take our black people out of their seats, what make you think that ain't going to affect us all? It's going to affect us. And I'm not saying that voting doesn't matter. It does. When you finally get some real people in the actual seats who are going to count the votes fairly, that's when the votes will begin to matter. But until then, as long as we got all this corruption in these seats, voting ain't shit. I'm going to be honest. So stop trying to fearmonger black people. Black people, dear black people, stop fearmongering your people into voting. Because then when they go and vote, and then they still in shit's creek. Now they sitting here feeling like, what the hell did I vote for? When we're not seeing any differences or changes when we do vote. What's the point of us voting? We need to see it. And we haven't seen it yet. If you think Obama was the receipt, that wasn't enough for me. Obama wasn't enough receipts for me. I need more receipts. Y'all done took enough from us. We done stood down long enough. We done been quiet long enough. It's time to blow the whistle, black people. Even if it means we got to get up and we got to start yelling. You ain't got to do nothing. I don't condone no violence. And I don't advise nobody to go out here and start no protests that's going to put you in danger. My thing is this, if we can start a peaceful protest, that would be great. Now, what the others do, we can't control that. We can control ourselves. So I'm advising the kindred tribe, the people that watch me, because we kindred spirits over here. Kindred spirit. Meaning we're not with all of that violent and all that fighting and carrying on and trying to hurt people and belittle people and all that. We ain't with all that. Now, don't get it twisted. Being a kindred spirit don't mean you weak. Okay? And don't mean that you're going to take nobody's shit either. What I'm simply saying is we come in peace. But I will defend myself if need be. Is what I'm trying to tell y'all. So this is where we are as a people nowadays. You are not the same people that you were back then. You were not weakened like you were back then. You have more power than you had back then. So there's no reason for you to be afraid of anything that could happen to you in this day and age unless you allow it. Unless you sit on your ass and don't stand up and don't speak up. Then they can control you and they can take over your life. But let's be real. These white folks these days ain't trying to put your ass in no slavery. Not like that. They might be doing it mentally. They might be doing it spiritually in other ways. But physically, you think these folks want to put your ass on a plantation with a whip? You think they want to deal with all them bodies nowadays? You think they want to deal with all that bloodshed? No, they whooping your ass in a different way now. Yeah. They silently doing it now. And see, now they done did it so much to the point where they ain't got to do it no more. Your own people doing it. So that's why, again, Mississippi is under fire. And I mean spiritual fire. It ain't just Mississippi. Mississippi just happened to be one of them that's being made as an example. But the universe is already letting you know there are others that are coming. So just like Mississippi is being exposed, everybody else might as well go ahead and pull their socks up and get ready. Because all of these corrupt systems are finna be uprooted. Why? Because little old witchy poo me been over here praying for the corruption to stop. So yeah, I like to pat myself on the back for the fact that the corruption is being exposed, because all it took was the faith of a mustard seed. And because I prayed and asked God to uproot all these corrupt officers and corrupt politicians and all of this shit, literally, it's being exposed right now online, right before my eyes. And so if I was a non-believer, it's like I have no room to be a non-believer anymore, because the universe is consistently showing me what I'm praying for. So go and try it. You'll see what I mean. God don't just favor me. We're all God's favor. You can pray too, idiot. Go pray. Go and pray. Pray for something small. And believe it. But don't stress about it. Just test it out, right? Just say something like, God, Lord, please, I would love a good pizza today. It could be a pizza. It doesn't matter. And just throw that out there in the ethers and leave it there. Just be like, I would just love me a good pizza. God, please. That would be so amazing. Okay, and just forget about it. And boom, you might look up and that pizza be in your face before you know it. How did it get there? I don't know. All I know is it's there. So at the end of the day, test your prayer power. I give you homework today to test your prayer power. I don't care because you've been out here hoeing. I don't care because you've been out here selling dope. I don't care because you try to commit suicide. I don't care. You still have prayer power. As long as you're not out here misusing your gifts to hurt anyone, physically, spiritually, or mentally, your prayers are powerful. The only reason why your prayers are not powerful if you are misusing them, which means you are using them to harm someone, or you're using them to rob someone of their free will, right? We're not using our gifts to hurt anybody. We're using our gifts as a life jacket to save ourselves from drowning. And in this day and age, Black folk, we got to come together or we're going to dry up. Okay? So I'm going to need for y'all to crank them prayers up today, tonight. Because like that lady was saying on that video that I shared, she was saying come Monday. What today is? Wednesday? Tuesday? Wednesday? I think she said come Monday of next week. They supposed to be having the meeting up there at the White House. And they supposed to be debating on these seats, these 2 seats of these 2 Black women. Basically being taken away from them. And they're going to make the White House basically all white. And what she was saying in so many words, and basically that Black people won't have no representation. Our rights will be stripped of us, and they'll be taking us back into slavery. And I'm not saying that she's not telling the truth, but I'm just simply saying I don't think putting your people in fear will help. I think they're already scared. And that's why nothing is happening. That's why nothing is working. Because everybody's scared. So when we stop being scared of a bunch of bullies, because that's really what they are, and bullies ain't nothing but big ass weak babies. Your country is being ran by some fucking bullies that you haven't called bluff yet. They waiting on you to call them on their bluff, because let's be real, they've been bluffing you this whole goddamn on time. Yeah, they might be still doing wicked shit, but they still waiting on you to stand up and fight for your shit. We ain't giving it to you, nigga. Respect is earned. We ain't giving you shit. And that's how I feel. I feel like they've been manhandling us, and they're going to keep manhandling us until we get up and show them that we ain't taking that manhandling shit no more. My people ain't going to keep being hungry. My people ain't going to keep being at the bottom of the food barrel. Y'all not going to keep giving us the garbage food, keep planting all these fucking, putting all these toxins on our side of town. Y'all not going to keep gentrifying our damn neighborhoods. Y'all not going to keep robbing us of our money and shit. Bruh, we keeping ourselves broke because we want to be a part of their table. Why you want to be a part of their table so bad, Black people? These people went out of their way to make sure that you were not invited to their motherfucking table. And y'all going out of y'all way to break your necks to sit at the same table that your people were dying, getting killed if they even put a fingernail in it. And now you want to go sit at it. It's just like when I got invited to that swimming pool that I told y'all about a while back with my white friends. And come to find out, her family in the house was owned by the KKK. Yeah, they cool. But girl, do you know that you invite my Black ass over here as a disgrace to your people? Did you try to set me up purposely? And she's sitting over there with this little smile on her face. And I'm over there with my spiritual self picking up all the demons in the house. And I'm wondering why I'm picking up all the demons in the house, because their family had did so much darkness to our people that my little spiritual ass went over there and started picking up all the demons. And I'm like, girl, what's going on? Am I tripping, or is this house wicked? And she's like, oh, and when I finally did dig and ask some questions, I found out the house was owned by the KKK. Listen. Why would you invite me over there knowing that? So now at this point in my mind, bitch, you'll do anything to kill me. You feel me? We're living in a time where people will sweetly set you up. She invited me over to swim in the pool, begged me for like a week. When you coming over, Seven? When you coming over to swim with us? And I went my crazy tail over there, got in that pool, and started channeling, and picked up all the souls that got killed at the house. And all those souls were my people. Unfortunately, in Cottondale, to be exact, where they used to vote at, behind the building in Cottondale, where they used to vote at, where all my people got killed at. So again, I ask you, dear Black people, why are we voting again? Y'all, I done been on here longer than I had planned on it. I appreciate the ones that been on here. And I thank y'all for showing me the love. And y'all share this live with a few people that did. But for those that are sitting back watching me secretly, you ain't got to tap no button. You ain't got to share it. As long as you got the message. That's all that matters. I hope that this message helps to light your lantern back. I hope that it helps to put that fear aside, to put that at rest. Ask the Most High God to help you release that fear. God, I ask you to remove this fear out of my body completely because it does not belong to me. I no longer give it authorization to live within me. You have the power to unsubscribe from certain things inside of yourself, just like you do when you on your phone. You are the first phone. Just like you download apps, how about you download a good message from the higher power? How about you download some common sense? Download some prayers. How about that? Okay? And unsubscribe from those channels within yourself that aren't serving you or your people. That old shit that your bloodline did, that been cursing the bloodline for years and it's still cursing your bloodline, and you know better, and you've been instructed to stop it, and you still doing it, you're going to be going down with it. Or you better stop it now. This is your last warning. This is your last warning to start repenting and praying now. Y'all have been told a long time ago to start repenting. And y'all think, oh, repenting is Christianity. Repenting is meaning I'm righting my wrongs. That's a spiritual term for taking accountability. It's all wordplay. Repenting means I'm going before the higher power, admitting my faults where I went wrong, confessing my sins, and I'm going to turn away from them and never go back to them again. That's what repenting is. It ain't got nothing to do with that other stuff that y'all think. Okay? So at the end of the day, if you need to repent about some shit, if you need to go and repent and just say, God, I'm sorry for not praying to you. God, I'm sorry for not even believing in you. God, I'm sorry for waiting so long to come back to you. God, I'm sorry for even just walking away from you. You will be heard. You will be forgiven. It's the fact that you took initiative. It's your intentions, as long as you're coming before God with good intentions. Not coming before God with the sneaky fake shit. Because guess what? You can't get away with God with that. To God with that. You just can't. You can't be fake with God. You can't skip steps with God. You got to take one step at a time. Okay? You got to right your wrongs all the time when they are put in your face. Okay? And you got to be in alignment for your assignment, even if that just means you just speaking up like me right now. How I'm sitting on here doing this. This is me being in alignment for my assignment. Everybody can't get up here and speak and tell what I just told and not be scared out of their damn mind. Okay? But it's my assignment. And I have to do it. If I don't do it, you niggas will be out here scared and lost and don't know which way to go. It was my duty to come to this planet and shine the light on the darkness. So at the end of the day, since we blowing the whistles, I just decided to go ahead and blow the biggest whistle. The voting has never been in our favor. And it never will be until we get the scars out of the seats. Because it ain't just one scar. It's many of them. So I urge y'all now, put your cigarette, your blunt, and all that shit down. Okay? You ain't got to get on your knees. You can stand up and pray. You pray in your car, you can pray on your toilet, you can pray wherever. As long as you pray. That right there is going to move mountains. And as long as you keep praying. See, like I'm going to tell you right now. Be a tree, right? Like they say, be a tree planted by the water. We'll bend, but we won't break, right? And also, be like a wind. Your prayer should be blowing in the same direction. That means if I'm praying and I'm asking God to remove corruption, I'm going to keep praying for that corruption. I ain't going to keep begging God, but I'm going to pray. I might pray tonight for corruption. Then I might go back tomorrow and I might be like, all right, God, I ain't going to say tomorrow. I might wait another couple more days or another week or so. All right, God, I don't know if you heard me about the corruption, God, but I'm going to go ahead and pray that prayer again. That's me blowing my wind consistently in the same direction. But if I'm praying all over the place, I'm not going to move shit. But if your wind is moving in the same direction consistently, you can move mountains. But if you're praying and you're moving all over the place, you will not move anything. So moral of the story is if you up been praying for years and you think that prayer does not work, that's probably because, for one, you don't believe. 2, you're praying all over the place. And 3, you don't even have a relationship with the higher power or yourself. So of course your prayers are not being heard. Stop faking with yourself. God ain't fake. So why you fake? Why you pretend? Don't go before the higher power trying to play. You can't do that. You might do that with these other people, but you can't do that with the higher power. The higher power is within yourself. So yourself knows the truth. Even if you try to lie to it. So moral of the story is when you lie, you lying to yourself. You ain't lying to nobody else but your damn self. So stop lying to yourself. Stop manipulating yourselves. Wake up. Prayer does work. Prayer is powerful. All you need is a faith of a mustard seed. Faith is hope. And these people are stripping you of your hope and your faith and your spirit. And that is how they're controlling you. That is how they're running your world. And when you stop putting man before you, God, goddesses, you will have no reason to fear any of their tactics that they keep trying to put out here. The distractions. Every time you turn around, it's a distraction. Oh, now Spirit Airline. At one point, last time it was what it was y'all were being distracted by. It was the Diddy stuff. Before the Diddy stuff, it was the Trump stuff. Before the Trump stuff, it's always a distraction on a very important day. Y'all need to start paying attention to the planetary stuff. Okay? Y'all need to start paying attention to the planetary stuff. No coincidence every time we have an eclipse or retrogrades and stuff like that, all of a sudden something is severely going on with a celebrity. Somebody just died or somebody just stepped out of it. It's always some stupid distraction to throw you off of what you need to be focused on. And your planets, zodiac shit, all that stuff that y'all keep trying to make like it's just witchcraft. Let's be real. These politicians fuck with the zodiacs and all of the stuff that you keep trying to deem as witchcraft. They know that it's not witchcraft. And they know that this stuff is real. They know it's powerful. And they also know that these days are real. So they take these days, they make you think that it's wicked, right? But on these days, they and they fake NASA, fake shuttles, fake going to space, fake doing all of this fake crap, throwing you off your square, making you believe that they really doing something to help the world. And the whole time, they throwing off the spiritual realm. I'm finna get off of here because I done said too much. Y'all ain't hearing me no way. Y'all think I'm crazy. Y'all think I'm crazy. Whew, I just feel good that I finally got all that off my chest. And I hope that this can help. Now I'm finna get ready to go on back up in here and reset my other little sacred space up like I was doing because I've been up in here decluttering and cleansing my house or whatever, you know what I'm saying? redecorating, revamping, just resetting the whole little ambiance. You know what I'm saying? Resetting my chi, relighting my fire. You feel? Doing some good for me. Right? Strengthening me. So that when all this mess come up against me, I'm able to stand strong because it can't penetrate me. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all at. Get back into your creative bags. We're going through this recession right now because the universe is trying to get you back into cooking again. We lost a lot of good recipes. Recipes were the real wealth. Now we can't even find a real grandma recipe. Now we having to scramble and recreate shit again. We're literally having to reset the world because we've been under a hypnosis. And while we were under the hypnosis, they were running amok, doing whatever they wanted to do in our world. And now we're over here lost. Yeah. We don't even have recipes. We don't have inheritances. We don't have land. We don't own anything. So moral of the story is get back in your creative bags because now we got to recreate everything. We got to start from scratch, from the land. We got to literally be self-made again. Everything is getting sky high. Ain't nothing going down. So guess what? We got to grow our shit again. And I'm okay with that because let's be real. When we stopped growing our food, when we started depending on these aliens to do it, now we out here eating 3D printed food. Now we out here eating metals and shit. Now they out here poisoning your air and your water sources. And they telling you we running out. The only people that's the only overpopulation and shit that we running out of is from their greedy asses. That's just like the job I just quit. I was just working at a job. I ain't even gonna call their name out. They know who the fuck they is. I'm in there working my ass off. I'm talking about busting my ass, getting paid what most people would consider a good rate. But see, the catch is we're gonna give you a good rate, hourly rate, but we're gonna give you minimal hours. So technically, you still don't make no money. I don't care how hard you come here and bust your ass. I don't care how many tables you wipe down. I don't care how tired you are, how broke down you are. You still ain't gonna get no check for $200. And we expect you to keep showing up on time and happily with a cheerful smile on your face while we keep robbing you blind. And low-key slaving you, because that's really what it is. It's highway robbery and modern-day slavery. And why is it that majority of the jobs, we went from everybody having a job, but when nobody getting paid nothing. Then the world shut down, COVID shut down. Then now we woke back up. Now the robots got our jobs. Now the robots is glitching. Now you want to put the humans back in the position because the robot shit didn't work. Now you want to put the humans back in position, but now you want to shortchange the humans. You want them to think, well, we're going to give you $15 an hour. But they ain't tell you they was going to give you 7 hours out the week. So now you over here trying to pay your bills off $2. You trying to feed your kids off $3. You trying to pay a car note. You got to work 5 jobs just to be able to pay your light bill. When the fuck did it get to the point where we got to live like that? That's how you know you got demons in the seats. Because we are living, the cost of living is excessively high. It ain't sky high. It's excessive. It ain't for human consumption. Can't nobody survive off this shit, not even the rich. And it's set up and designed that way. Because they want you to off yourselves. They want you to take yourselves out. They want you to get rid of, they want you to give up. That's what it is. That's what it's designed for. No, we ain't giving up. We done made it this far. Might as well keep going. So at the end of the day, if they put us under slavery, the whole world going under slavery. Too many of them that slept with our people. Too many of them are pregnant by our men right now. So if you're going to off us or you're going to put us in slavery, you might as well get ready to do it to your grandchildren and your great-grandkids and your daughters and them too. Yeah, I said it. Uncurse yourselves then. We trying to uncurse ourselves, but y'all keep trying to curse us. Now our own people cursing us. Y'all ain't got to do it no more. We cursing us. So at the end of the day, if you one of those people who think because your ancestor was a Ku Klux Klan and hung 100 of our ancestors, that they ain't got nothing to do with you, yes it do. Yes it do. You might think because your family, they dealt with their karma. No, they didn't. It skipped the generation or two, and now it's gonna hit you. That's how it works. So if you don't stop the chain, it's just gonna keep chaining. If you don't break it, it's gonna keep going. You can't say you ain't been told. You can't say you ain't been warned. And this go for all of us. Judgment Day is here for us all. Ain't nobody excluded from it, not even myself. And if I didn't get up here and I didn't speak this truth to y'all, I would have so much blood on my hands. All because I didn't speak what God put inside of me to speak. All because I didn't want to be obedient. But I want to go and pray and ask God to help me pay my bills. I want to go and pray and ask God to help me make sure my car note paid. I want to go and pray and ask God to put some food in my house. I want to go and pray and God to ask God for a warm bed. But I don't want to be obedient and speak up and help save God's people. You got to be, first of all, it's a two-way street. It's like a bartering system. Okay, God. God said, well, hey, and no offense, it's not like God needs you to do something for him, for him to do something for you. No. But it's just the principle of the fact that it's like a bartering system. God, I'm asking you to do this for me. What can I do for you in return? You feel me? And so let me give y'all an example about the bartering system. Black people, bartering is how we're going to make it. If you don't know what bartering is, you need to look it up. I'm not here to keep educating you on things you should already know. The bartering system is what's going to help your broke ass. Because right now, a lot of us ain't got no money. But we got talent. We got creativity. So if your sister over here is good at doing hair, you're over here good at doing nails. But ain't now one of y'all got no money. You want your hair done. She want her nails done. But ain't now one of y'all got no money. How are you going to do it? Well, how about this is trade for a trade? A set for a set. You get your hair did. You feel me? But the thing is black people, you got to be willing to trade quality for quality. You can't be out here trying to get people's quality work and give them bullshit. See, I done did that before. I done bartered my jewelry for other people's businesses. And I give quality work. Because one thing about me is I'm not going to give you shit that ain't quality. My work is quality. So if I give it to you as a barterer, I expect quality back. Don't give me no half-ass creative work. So if I gave you some fine nails, don't come and half-ass my hair. Then that messes up the bartering system. How do you think majority of your people are making it nowadays? Most of these people ain't got no money. They asses is broke. I don't care what name brands they wear. They fake. Most of the name brands they wearing nowadays, especially in Alabama, is fake as hell. Half of them can't even afford to buy a polo shirt out of the university mall. But they can go and make one. So at the end of the day, that's where the bartering system comes in at. It's to actually look out for your people. We're looking out for each other. And right now, we broke. Black folks ain't got no money. Let's be real. We ain't got no money. So how are we going to make it? Trade for a trade. Brother, you know how to fix cars? I know how to detail. Let's do something together. We're going to have to join together and connect to keep from drying up in this day and age, y'all. So barter with people that are worth bartering with, okay? You ain't got to have money all the time to look good. Okay, your homeboy over there sell clothes, and you over here, you sell shoes. Damn it, make a trade. Hey, bro, you want a pair of shoes? Let me get that fit. You feel me? At the end of the day, look out for each other. And that's how we're going to be able to build ourselves back up. We're going to have to literally join together like two lakes to keep from drying up. Because trying to live by yourself nowadays, being by yourself nowadays, it's hard out here for a pimp. So if you can join with people, other business people that don't mind fairly bartering with you, not trying to cheat you out of some shit because they don't trust, because they're just like me. I make jewelry. A lot of people want my jewelry. Boom, I wanted a tattoo. So I knew a girl who did a tattoo. So boom, I was like, hey, she's like, I want a bracelet. I'm like, all right, cool. You can get a bracelet, I get a tattoo. I take my time and I make this bracelet. I get a tattoo. And I didn't notice till I get home, the tattoo was nowhere near right. Nowhere near how I envisioned it. It was done any way she wanted it. And it is not even quality work. So I was pissed off about that because I gave quality work and I felt like she just handed me any old thing because maybe she felt like my jewelry wasn't worth a thing. I don't know. But I think that's where the bartering system got messed up at back in the day and years ago when it all got started was when black people started fucking up and giving non-quality work. So black people, let's get back to giving out quality, okay? I don't mind bartering with people that got something to barter with. But I ain't finna be out here bartering with bullshit. Okay? At the end of the day, if you want quality, you got to give quality. Go ahead and get in your prayer circle now. Get you a couple people together here if you want to. Come on, y'all, let's hold hands. Let's pray together. 2, 3 heads are better than one. My prayer is powerful enough by itself, but it's even more powerful when I got another prayer warrior with me. Find you somebody that you know you can trust, that you know for a fact has a real connection with the Most High God, that ain't on no wicked mess, and pray with them. Consistently blow in the same direction so that we can move mountains, y'all, because we ain't moved nothing. And I don't advise us to run out there trying to protest and March in 2026 and not expect a brutal bloodshed. So I'm telling y'all what I'm telling y'all so that we can go about this in a different way. And if we can have less bloodshed, that would be great. If we can have no bloodshed, that would be amazing. But I know that there are going to be some people that have to be sacrificed, unfortunately. But many of us have already been sacrificed. So I don't see a need for the few that we do have left on this planet that they trying to make go extinct, to run out there recklessly and just senselessly march to get nothing done. I have watched these people protest in 2026 about plenty of shit and nothing happened. Nobody cared. The police took their ass to jail and everybody went back on with their regular life. And I don't know about y'all, but if we can't even afford to goddamn on buy a bag of dollar chips, we damn sure can't afford to be in jail. Hell, people used to go to jail just because it was cheaper to live in jail than it was on the streets. But hell, now I'm pretty sure it's more expensive to live in jail now than anything. So yeah, I wouldn't advise none of y'all to be trying to go out there and do that. So I would advise you to pick up your phones if you're going to do it. If you're going to do a protest, if you're going to do a march, do it virtually. Find ways to speak up on your phone. If you got to go live, if you got to speak up and speak out, whatever you need to do. But we have something that Martin Luther King and Malcolm X them did not have, which is the one thing that we look at as a blessing and a curse, which is the internet. Utilize it to your advantage. I love y'all, and I hope this helped. And I hope I was of service to y'all. Y'all have yourself a great freaking night. But I'm going to need for y'all to learn how to start praying today. Peace and love.